Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Mind, Body, and Heart Tarot Therapy. I'm here to do the reading for whatever is left of July. Sorry for putting them so late. It's been a bit of an intense month, a lot going on. So, I pre-shuffled your cards. This is a general reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. If it resonates, and if it doesn't, well, it's just not your reading. Don't try to make it fit. I'm gonna do a little bit more structure this time. I will assign the positions of the cards. Very okay. Now it's interesting because when I was pre-shuffling, the Nine of Cups did turn, and it comes with the Ten of Wands. Tired, overloaded. Overloaded with happiness. How nice would that be, isn't it? It could actually be. Happiness overload. We're gonna get into it, don't worry about it. Sorry. Okay, let's see what this is your current energy. Let's see what's your challenge. The Magician with the Knight of Wands. Alright. Apparently you're getting 2 cards for each position. Being greedy, Taurus. Okay, let's see what do we have for your advice. What is your advice, Taurus? For these last 2 weeks of July. Wow, interesting advice. All right. Let's see, where is this taking you? What is the possible outcome? Very interesting, the Devil. All right. And your underlying energy is the Six of Cups. This is your theme. I'm gonna pull up clarifiers for all these guys. It's good. Don't worry. It's good. All right. So here you go. Another 6. 6 of Pentacles with these. Okay. You're there. So 4 of Cups for your challenge, and 6 of Pentacles is your current energy. Okay. What's your advice? Why is the 10 of Swords here? Oh, this is good. This is good. The Hierophant with 10 of Swords. What do we have for the Devil? Why is the Devil here as your outcome? Oops, don't burn. Knight of Cups. With the Devil. King of Wands. Along with the 6 of Cups as your theme. All right. So let's go straight at it. This 6 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands. Sorry about that. You have the Knight of Wands here, yeah. It is remembering something from your past. A time where you felt loved, a time where you felt safe, a time where you felt like the world made sense. A time where you weren't second guessing yourself, where you're feeling confident. And it's not necessarily, it can be from your childhood, it can be from your more recent past. A time where you felt like this King of Wands, where you were confident and when you were able to take risks without fearing too much, because you knew that you can the outcome will always be something that you can learn from. And I think it has to do also being kind, just being kind with yourself, or being kind um with the other people in your life that sometimes don't know how to treat you and how to work with you. The King of Wands is, he's playful, he's having fun, he's taking risks, he's confident, and kindness is there as well. I think this exercise of like remembering that time is more to remember how it felt, so you can tune into that part of yourself. It's been always there, it's just that we it's no it feels like with all these energies and all these archetypes, we're more familiar and it's more typical for us to take certain kind of roles and put the different kind of masks. But that's what they all are. They are roles, they are stories, they are masks that we're putting. And maybe I'm much more used to put this mask and or this mask, or play this role, and then it just becomes a pattern. Okay, when these are like our delegates, our defense mechanisms, our we all do it. It's not like I'm trying to hide myself or I'm being like misleading. This is how we are communicating. We need to play roles, we need to communicate through in this 3D reality, you know. This is how we show up into this world, by playing these roles. It's like the whole world is a big stage, and we're all playing, like casting these roles. The key is to remember that they are roles. The key is to remember, like, okay, wait, who am I really deep down there? Am I all these people in a certain sense? Yes. But there's more to that. I'm all these and more, and actually somebody else is driving. It's not this is the driver, or it is if I allow it, or if I'm not aware. But awareness is the key. Awareness to the fact that we are not limited of being um such a fixed individual. Actually, we're always rolling from being someone to someone else. We're always changing, and it's scary to realize that the reality is not as fixed as we thought it was, including ourselves. And the sense of self starts like becoming a little bit. Mm, it's scary to not know who you are. But this is something that we're learning, right? That we don't need to know who we are in that sense. I'm not going to be this or this to this. I can play this role, but that's not who I am or what I am. Understanding that we are actually souls that have certain lives for reasons that we need to kind of decode, you know, decoding our mind, decoding our lives, decoding human condition, decoding all this, understanding that. And these souls, we are growing, yeah, and we are playing roles. This person who I am today, and in this lifetime, even this physical being that is sitting here right now and doing this reading, can change a lot. And it's been having to take all these different personas in order to show up into the world and interact with different people. We create a different persona for each and every person that we interact with in our lives, because it's a mix of the two people's energies. So that's normal. Understanding that also We had many past lives probably, and we played very different roles or very similar roles, and sometimes we're carrying patterns from past lives as well. It's a lot to understand when we are slowing down and seeing that we are not who as fixed. And this is tuning into this energy, remembering this time where you felt safe, where you felt kind, where you felt confident, where you felt like you can take risks, so you can summon that energy and become that person for a while. Play that role, not become the person more. Okay, so your current energy. That was long, sorry. Your current energy is this whole, it's the Nine of Cups with the Ten of Wands clarified by the Six of Pentacles. And the Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment, right? It's about understanding, like having our wish granted, knowing what is it that we really want, and being happy about this. And this guy feels a little bit too show off here. And with the Ten of Wands, I feel like maybe you are tired of being happy all the time, or having to pretend that you're happy all the time. It's not necessarily pretending, but it's all this fake positivity sometimes, that no, I need to show up in a good energy. Oh no, I need to hold space for other people. Oh no, I need to put a smile on my face, because that's how I am influencing the rest around me through my good energies. This pressure of keeping good energies all the time and the highest vibration, and that we're putting on ourselves, and this whole, especially the new age movement, keeps putting on people, like, okay, you can only be loved if you love yourself, or oh yeah, you're creating your own universe, so just think positive thoughts and everything is going to be fantastic. It's not that easy, and that sort of pressure can make you feel like you're about to collapse, because it takes energy to try so hard to look happy, and there's not real happiness. It's great to be able to see the different perspectives, the good and the bad. It's good to see the positive in each and every situation and turn it around. But if we get stuck into, I only need to think positive, I only need to, and it puts us in denial, it puts us in bypassing. And you have the Six of Pentacles here to clarify this, and I think it really, really has to do with understanding how much you're giving, how much you're taking, how much are you. It's a balancing act. See, it's got the scales here, and he's able to give as much as he has. Even he won't give what he doesn't have. He needs to keep some for himself as well, right? And in this context, I think it's balancing really the this whole positivism, and starting to really show up also from to the other sides of yourself, the part of yourself that's feeling sad, the part of yourself that's feeling like it's been too much, the part of yourself that's feeling like it's carrying the world on his shoulders, her shoulders, the part of yourself that's like, really, really tired. That part of yourself needs a lot of attention and love, and it can't just like be so, okay, no, I need to show up in this very particularly positive way for, no, if I am sad, I can be present with this. If there's pain there, I need to be present with the pain, and I can't tell the pain, no, you don't exist. The pain is there, and it's just growing bigger as we are denying it. In your challenge position, you have the Magician, the Knight of Wands, clarified by the Four of Cups. This is why I feel like it's all about this whole manifestation and this positive thinking movement. To some of you, for those that make sense, please stay with me. The rest, you don't need to try to make it fit. But if you've been pushing yourself to be like too positive, and if you're pushing yourself to be enthusiastic when you actually weren't, I understand that we need to make, and like, I don't want to fall into deep depression and the dark night of the soul right now. I can't afford that. I don't have the time for it, and it fucking sucks. We can get stuck in it. Yeah, it's good to take the measurements and the precautions to not get stuck into depression, to not get stuck in the dark night of the soul. But it doesn't mean that I can postpone it forever and force it to not happen, trying to just manifest happy, happy, joy, joy thoughts and enthusiasms and so on. We still need to feel. We still need to feel everything that needs to be felt within ourselves. We still need to be honest with ourselves, and we still need to check also what else is out there. We are so conditioned to not feel pain, and we're running away from pain so much that suffering becomes not real the actual pain, but the resistance to pain. The Knight of Wands and the Magicians, they're amazing energies, but if they're being forced, if they're being pushed upon ourselves, then they become detrimental. It's good to call upon ourselves to remember how it feels to be enthusiastic, how it feels to be in control of your own life. But it doesn't mean skipping completely the moments that we need to reflect, the moments that we need to actually feel also the darker and sadder and more painful aspects of ourselves. And look at this, your advice is this the 10 of the 10 of swords with the Hierophant. It means let go of your conditioning. That's all what it means. The 10 of wands is the death of self. But this is not the self that is, we started this conversation with understanding that the self is not as solid as we think, and these personas that we've been playing and carrying with us and we've been identifying with for a long time of our lives are not really us. So who's dying is not you. Who's dying is a way that you identified with yourself. And with Hierophant has to do with what you've learned. It's a learned behavior. It's a learned it's something that you had to develop in time based on the feedback that life gave you. Oh, if I show this part of myself, I'm going to get rejected. I'm not going to show it. I'm going to show myself in a very different way. And I'm going to learn by looking around me what works for others or by trial and error. Okay, so if I skew this to look more like this, or if I blah, blah, make it more like that, it seems to be more accepted or overlooked. Therefore, this is how I'm going to show up. So I'm going to play this particular role, and by playing this role, here I am accepted, even liked maybe, and I don't know. And that can translate in so many ways: being the funny guy or the funny girl, being the person who always takes care of everyone, being the, I don't know, all these roles that we take upon ourselves because that's what we learned that is working. Well, they're not working anymore. And 10 of Swords is, as your advice comes here, to shed off that skin, let that person die, let that way of being go, because it's not you, and it's okay. Of course, we'll be getting attached to what we think we are, but it's learning. You're going deep here. You're going deep here to understand that you don't need to be this messiah. You don't need to be a messiah. You need to learn to be. You need to learn to be a person like everyone else and make mistakes. Go out there, make mistakes, live the life, fall in love. Allow yourself to be selfish at times. Allow yourself to feel when I feel jealous. I feel jealous right now. It's okay. I don't like jealousy. I don't like being perceived as a jealous person, but yeah, I fucking feel jealous. Or I fucking feel whatever the fuck I'm feeling, you know. Sorry. Got into it. And with the devil as your outcome of the and the Knight of Cups, I think it's good. This devil is about, it really is about being allow yourself to be a little bit self-indulgent, allow yourself to taste, allow yourself to be taken out of how you used to be, and that usually happens from some sort of temptations. Allow yourself to understand why certain things are being considered evil or not. And allow yourself to have the romance if necessary. This is the Knight of Cups. It can be an offer of love. It can be somebody who's like, or you can offer love in a different way. Maybe you can allow yourself to be the one tempting, the one initiating a flirt, or um, I like you. Let's do something. Let's go explore together. For those of us that are more shy, this is quite a challenge, to be a little bit more daring, to be a little bit more like temptress or tempting male, whatever. um, or if you're usually playing this role of like, okay, I'm going to go out there and seduce this, and that, seductive, whatever. I'm sorry. If you used to play this role too much, it's like you're being let go to, you're being asked to let go of what you used, the role you used to play. So play the other one. Allow yourself to be seduced by someone else. Allow yourself to um okay, I don't know, this it's in the context of flirting and love or things like this, but it doesn't need to be only that. If the Knight of Cups, it's just also allowing yourself to feel the emotions that you may probably weren't allowing yourself to feel before. And with the devil, it means that they may have been kept in the shadow. You've been always, according to this reading, the person that whose reading is for, I'm not talking, it's not about generalizing here. But if you're this person that had always been trying too hard to think positively, and not allowing themselves to feel the burden that they're putting on themselves, and not allowing themselves to feel the sadness and the pain somewhere there, then it's maybe time for you to make contact with this part of yourself that had been kept in the shadow, and understand and give it love and give it compassion and give it um space and support. Integration. This is how we're integrating, through love, through empathy. Be empathetic with yourself. Be kind to yourself here. Be kind to yourself. This is a really, really beautiful reading, Taurus. I really hope it makes sense for you. There are many layers to it, and I hope I was able to articulate it enough for you to make sense of it, because it's really an important message. And this looks like the dark night of the soul. It's scary, but not when you're doing it consciously, not when you're like, okay, yeah, I see this, and I realize that I'm not it. I don't identify myself with this it's just a role, and I can play each and every role I want to play, or the one is that's more appropriate for a certain situation. I don't become a persona just because that's an automatic response or an automatic reaction. I can choose how I respond. I can choose which role. I'm gonna show up as the King of Wands, or I'm gonna show up as the Hierophant, or I'm gonna show up the hopelessly in love King of Knight of Cups. You know, as long as it's a conscious choice. No matter, I want to show up as the devil, I'm going to show up as the devil. Maybe it's sometimes, as I said, it's really appropriate. It's really appropriate to be the one who's like tempting someone out of their place that they got stuck too long in a certain place. Right? As long as it's a conscious choice and not a repeating pattern. Let go of the programming. And now you know exactly what program is about. Is the fake positivity that maybe you've been trying too hard to push on yourself. Let go of that and allow yourself to be the devil. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to uh, enjoy a little bit life. And allow yourself to make contact with the parts of you that you were terrified of, maybe, that you kept hidden in the dark for a long time. All right. I hope this makes sense, Taurus. If you like this reading, if you resonate with it, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you here soon for the August readings.